Welcome to your May 2016 reading. I hope that this finds you well and that you're having a good start to retrograde. I know a lot of people worry about it, but my goal here is to try to bring you some solace, understanding, and preparedness so that you're not freaked out by it. It's just a time of the year when things come back that perhaps we've not paid attention to before. But it's no cause for panic. It's just a time to be a little bit more aware. So let's start first with what I always do, which is channeled information. And I got the word and the idea of nourish for you. The interesting thing is if you look deeper into it, rather than, it's not just about nutrition, but it's sort of about encouragement, fostering, cultivation, stimulation, cherishing. All of these are sort of great adjectives that come along with nourish. So I want you to look at all parts of your life and think about what it is that you want to encourage more of. This could be a behavior, this could be a type of individual in your life. And then think about what's not existing and you can cultivate it, basically, which is another part of nourish. So you can cultivate. All of this is going to give you the sustenance that you need to go forward. So this is your month, this is your decision to kind of make a clear choice about what it is you want to grow. So even though we're in a retrograde, I'm seeing growth from the start. Now, instead of using a catalyst card, which typically ties everything together, I wanted to look instead at a combination of shadow and light. And shadow really being the trigger for this month, what it is it could be taking you off path, and the light being the opportunity for enlightenment or growth. So we'll start first with the trigger. And again, not that this is, I don't like to ascribe any words like bad or anything like this, but I think what this is tricky. It's something that could kind of come to you and create an obstacle. Okay, so it's funny, I shuffled the deck, but there's a lot of similar cards coming through for everybody this month. So your biggest challenge is to avoid being a perfectionist and also avoid unnecessary battles both with yourself and with others. This is not the month to sort of like pick a fight. So particularly if someone you feel like isn't meeting up to your expectations or vice versa, you feel like someone's attacking you, the best thing to try to do is have a truce, walk away, or establish a peace. Let's look at your light or your opportunity, maybe a way to get around that trigger that we just saw. And this card is the one that wants to come out. And interesting, again, I get similar cards for a lot of signs this month. This is about seeing and knowing, particularly attached to your intuitive and your feminine side. And the feminine side being that which sort of nurtures, grows, which is of course why we had nourish as our channeled information this month. So listen to what you feel and think. Don't necessarily weigh so much others' opinions or basically what they're saying to or about you. It's all within this month, okay? This is the aggression that you may face. This is the subtle, softer, more knowing side that you need to embrace. Let's take a look at your cards this month and see how these themes of perfection and intuition are going to balance out and where you're going to have a chance to sort of nourish yourself and grow. Two of Pentacles, your center card, showing that one of the biggest challenges for you this month will be a balance of time, energy, and resource. The Eight of Swords, of course, showing that it's hard sometimes to look at the true reason that we're feeling sort of tapped out. A lot of times it's because of priorities, bad decisions that we may have made, or being trapped in a situation where you can't really affect the outcome and all you feel is frustration. Thankfully, you've got a lot of positive cards around you that are going to give you some alternatives to sort of getting upset or pulled into this emotion. So we'll skip straight to the outcome, and I got to push the camera back because these cards are beautiful, but they are very large. So I need a bigger table when I read with this. Okay, so your outcome card is the Four of Wands, which I love. It's reversed, but this is one of the few cards that even in its reversal is quite positive. So what you're headed for, your point this month is really to create opportunities. And these opportunities are going to flourish over the next 3 to 4 months. So it is a great time to meet new people, fall in love, or even sort of step out of a relationship, but do so in a way where you could still remain friends. But more importantly, I just see it's a great time to connect with people, use those people skills in business, in love, and in family. When we look at what's more immediate to the now, what I'm seeing here with Nine of Wands reversed is a feeling of little bit of being antsy. I feel like you're ready, you're overdue for a change, a big change in your life. Some of you feel like you've more than paid your dues and may have been passed over for an opportunity. When you look at this upright, you can see this person is clearly motivated on where they want to be, but has to wait their turn. For those of you that may be feeling a lack of focus, what it means is it's time to stop sort of looking at the crowd around you and tune in. A lot of times when I have a client and I ask them for like a one-on-one appointment, I'll say, what is it that you want to do? There's usually, not always, but there's usually a silence because people aren't used to being given the opportunity to think about, wow, I didn't know I really had a choice. I'm doing this because I have bills or I have children or I have a partner and they expect this. But when you think about what is it that you would do if you could just do it, I need you to tune into that and less about responsibility or feeling like you are due something, because some of it may be you're not getting where you want to go because some of what you've been focusing on is taking you, it's taking you off your sort of chosen trajectory when you came to this planet, or you're not putting as much energy into it because on a heart and soul level you're not feeling it. And so ask yourself, is it just politics, or is there something deeper where perhaps you're not working as hard or you haven't been given the opportunity because there's something better waiting for you? And if it isn't, politics are always a part of life. What you can decide here though is if you can kind of wait your turn to shine, because with the star in reverse, I see that there will be opportunities coming up for you, but it's a question of timing. Sometimes your own age will enter into this, where it's sort of like you had a goal by a certain age, whether it's 23 or 53, there's going to be something where you're thinking, I can't wait any longer, I've been very patient. Now, the star card, the nudity in this is all about being truthful and open and free with expressing who you are. And when it's reversed like it was for you, this often means that you're in a situation where people won't allow you to shine. Sometimes this is a father or mother or a very strong authority figure who pushes back on your sort of beautiful human nature that may be counter to what they were expecting. So a very conservative, maybe again, it could be a boss, is not used to your creative way of thinking. A very conservative mother may not be comfortable with who you're dating or how you're living your life. And what you have to realize is, for you to truly shine, for you to do what you're supposed to on this planet, you need to sort of break free from the chains. If you do this, you can avoid another card, which could be the devil, because you have the power. This is a very powerful card. You can change it all around. Your crowning card this month is the Ace of Swords, which means, and it particularly is illustrated with this, it's time to move out of the sadness or out of the struggle and own your own power, own your own voice, because swords are about speaking up. So it may be hard, but again, for some of you, and this could be sort of a proclamation of your own identity, whether it's a literal coming out or an announcement of, starting a part of your life that many people may not understand. I'm getting a very strong maternal vibe for this, or very strong, it could be like an aunt, a mother, or a boss that sort of has this maternal vibe where they're used to you doing what they think or they want, and it's sort of like a parent, a child, or a teacher and apprentice. And what's happening here is you have an opportunity to assert your own independence, and it's totally up to you whether or not that independence feels like it's like the right time for you to do it. But it's exciting if it is, because your ego card, although reversed, still very positive, is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is a card about seeing that beautiful future ahead of you and sort of pausing and making sure that, again, this is what I want, but with patience, with hard work, you have great opportunities. Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, all very positive when it comes to money and work. So even if you're not sort of on that larger path that I was talking about, for anybody this month, it really is a good chance for you to kind of expand your horizons and think about maybe traveling or transferring or finding an external job a job opportunity that just sort of like pulls you into what you thought you should always be doing. You're actually going to have an easier time than most signs this month with communication. I do see very strong communication cards with the Ace of Swords and the Princess of Swords for you. And I also feel like you have a little bit easier time with controlling your emotions and the way you're speaking. Your challenge is going to be with the authority figure and with being able to, again, nourish, cherish, grow that part of yourself which other people may not understand. But overall, you have a little bit easier time with communication. The only other challenge for you is with money this month, being sure that you're not overextending. You definitely have to take a look at spending habits, choices that you're making, and not giving away too much to other people. You got to keep enough for yourself this month. All right, so let's expand your forecast and look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So for your health card, we have great time to get a second opinion. Talk to another doctor. Think a little bit more about any sort of major change, whether it's a surgery, an elective surgery, changing your medication. If you don't like your doctor, change your doctor. If you do, talk to someone else and make sure that you're getting a full, rounded opinion on the best course of action for you. Sometimes it's good to have a second set of eyes take a look, even though your doctor may be really top notch, because it could bring about an alternative that you never thought of. When we look at your wealth and prosperity for this month, we have just what I was sort of saying earlier, which was easy does it. It basically says don't force things, everything's happening in its own time for its own reason, but also don't overdo spending. Don't take yourself further than you need to be with like rent, mortgage, any sort of luxury spending. This is a month to be very conservative, okay? In regards to your love and relationships, it is going to take work. We have this card here that says dedicated effort, and around the 8th of the month in particular could be tricky for you. Notice that it's a work of art. It's one stroke at a time is what I get with this. One day at a time. Sometimes you don't even know why you're going through the motions until you have had time to sort of step back. So what may be needed particularly for partners that are already together and have been together for a while, is space. For those of you that are single, the space that you currently have is allowing you to grow as a person so that you can finish your own masterpiece of who you are, and someone's going to see you for who you want to be, not who you are at the moment. Finally, for destiny, which ties very closely into that light card that I pulled at the beginning, we have rebirth, and it says spring here, spring equinox. But I see equinox as a chance to equal out all of the energy, the opportunities. You really want to stay balanced this month, not spending too much time going into any one part of it. So I don't want you to be like a crazy only focus on your fitness or only focus on your finances. This is a month where multitasking is necessary, and you already sort of know what you need to focus on, so focus on that. Looking again to just sort of summarize it, money will be your biggest challenge, with authority figures being the second biggest. Your advantages this month are, it looks like you have a good way of sort of speaking and presenting yourself. You seem to be in control of your emotions pretty well, and there should be at least one good opportunity, a clear growth opportunity for you, and it's your choice whether you want to take it. You may find, particularly with a woman in your life, or a very strong nurturing force in your life, that there's going to be pushback. This is your chance to assert and move past it if you'd like. And what I see with that, even though this is attached, this is your destiny card, is fertility. Notice that this is very much an Earth Mother card holding on to a rabbit, which is a fertility sign, and there's a butterfly, which is about metamorphosis, moving past who you were. And it's almost like the equivalent of a green woman, green man. So I really feel like this spring and summer is about great opportunities. So health, get second opinions, don't make any major decisions or changes. Money, really hold back a little bit and plan for the future. Love and relationships, distance is going to give you clarity, and space, if you're single, is exactly what you should have right now. If you've just met someone, try not to rush it. Give it time to grow and change on its own. And that pretty much sums it up for you guys this month. I feel like you actually have a very good overall spread with very easy areas where you can focus your energies, and it's pretty clear. So I hope that helps you. If you ever want more one-on-one or specialized information about your life, you can reach out to me. I'll post the link in the corner. I do telephone, Skype, and FaceTime readings. Otherwise, you can keep in touch with me by subscribing to this channel. I also have a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter account. And a great way to keep in touch when the new videos are posted is email. It'll come right into your inbox, and you'll be able to just click straight to your sign. So I highly encourage that if you find these useful. Otherwise, thank you so much for allowing me to spend time with you. You've got a lot of choices on YouTube and in life, and it really does mean something to me that you wanted me to kind of spend the past 20 minutes or so with you. So I wish you all the best. Thanks for all the great support you've been giving me over the past year here. It really means a lot. So Sat Nam, best of luck, and much prosperity for all of you. Take care.